Hey guys, it's Billy. How's everybody doing today? Coming at you with a quick video here. This is another collection update, collection video. I guess a couple weeks ago, I had got a private message from a Facebook friend who lives out of town, and she said she was helping her sister move and basically wanted to get my input on how they could sell some of her records. So I asked if she could FaceTime. She FaceTimed me. We looked through everything. She had basically said she had already been to a record store in town, and they had offered her a certain amount for these records, which was pretty low. I mean, it was a low ball number, but like I told her, anytime you walk into a record store, typically with a stack of records, you know, approximately 100 records, let's just say, odds are they're probably going to offer you about what you were offered. And even if you have a whole lot more, they're going to offer you a lot less per record, typically because, you know, you got to take the good with the bad, and you guys know how that all goes. So essentially, it's a 80s rock and metal collection was pretty much what you're looking at here. I had went through everything on the flip video with her. I told her I would love to buy them, but I didn't know when she was going to be coming back to town, and she said she had no idea. She had to get her sister settled and everything taken care of. I said, well, we could always ship them. You know, that's an option. I could PayPal you and we could ship them. She had no idea you could ship this many records. I said, yeah, absolutely. And I would even, you know, pay the shipping. You could probably ship those for, you know, 20 bucks or so. I was just guessing at the time because, like I said, I didn't know how many records were here. She said around 100. Turns out there was around 70. And it ended up being $28, $29 to ship these. So it wasn't that bad at all. So long story short, she said, well, the record store had offered me this much. Would you double that offer? And I thought about it and said, sure. So by the time I paid doubled that offer and then paid the shipping, I was still in it for what I felt was a very, very fair amount, even taking the chance on these that the condition wasn't going to be, because you know when you look through something on a through pictures or Facebook video, FaceTime video, you really have no idea. You're just kind of taking the person at their word that yes, they're nice. She said a lot of them were still in the cellophane, you know, in the shrink, and all these were stored. She was a collector back in the day. She really was obviously a fan of this type of music, but she didn't just treat them as, you know, junk records, and didn't discard them and throw them around. They were actually, she had a record player. She stored them, you know, vertically on a shelf all the way up until she ended up moving. You know, her sister had to move her, and she wanted to just decided it's time to get rid of them. So I took a chance, and it paid off well. So let's jump into it here. Here's this is some of the stuff, some AC/DC. But anyway, before I get into that, I told you there were about 70 records. This stack here, there's only probably less than 40 here because there were a dozen that were just beaters, total beaters that I couldn't do anything with, and then there were at least a dozen more that I'll show you a handful of those at the end that I've already committed to trading, getting rid of at the local record store, where I'll have, you know, an extra $30, $40 worth of trade on that. So what you see, this is what I'm gonna keep, is what I'm gonna show you, and then like I said, there were 12 or so that were just thrown away. The records were just trashed, the covers were trashed, and then there was some that I didn't really need in the collection. They weren't upgrades. They weren't upgrade material. So starting with AC/DC, Who Made Who, really, really nice. A great album, of course, and a really nice copy. A lot of these were Record Club copies, and this, I believe this one was as well. Yeah, this is a Columbia House CRC, Columbia Record Club pressing. So there is AC/DC, Who Made Who. Then we move on to Accept, a little Russian roulette. This is one I did not have in the collection, and this is still in the shrink. This is just a standard US pressing, not a club, not a record club pressing. This was the first one on the stack whenever she sent me the video, and this was, of course, Appetite for Destruction, Guns N' Roses, their infamous debut, hard-hitting, hard-rocking debut, still in the shrink. So I was actually hoping this was going to be a retail release because of all the original issues that I have. I don't have one with the sticker inside. Unfortunately, I mean, you know what? It is what it is. This is a Columbia House release, CRC, and there was no sticker in those. So kind of bummed on that, but still, it's nice to have another copy of this, which is great for trade material. You know, keep it down the road, whatever. Somebody's bound to always want a nice, clean copy of that record. Iron Maiden, made in Japan, the mini LP. This is a definite upgrade to the one that I had, and this is just a you know, with the hype sticker. So obviously a retail version on that. And all the vinyl on these was just gorgeous. I'm talking, these were all VG Plus, excellent condition. This one is beautiful, an original, Somewhere in Time. Let me see if this is, so this is a Columbia House, Columbia Record Club pressing. Just beautiful all the way around. This one, I don't even know if it was ever played, to be honest with you. Just great. And then this version of Kiss Alive is the, I believe, the 1995 BMG Music Record Club edition. It's not the non-gatefold. All it is one sleeve, and both records. No booklet. The booklet was not issued with this. It was as plain as they come. But yeah, you can see on the back BMG Music or BMG Direct where the UPC would be. And it is gorgeous, like I said, still in shrink. These are very, very hard to find. This is that mid 90s pressing, I believe, maybe early 90s. I'm not 100% sure, but I know it's probably one of the latest before they came out with those reissues. This is one of the latest copies and one of the most hard to find copies. A Smashes, Thrashes, and Hits. This is actually the gatefold release, which is different than the one that I have. So this was a picture disc, from what I remember. This version was offered on a picture disc. So I have a Record Club copy of that, I believe. I think mine may be a Record Club. I don't remember. No, it's not a Record Club because it has a hype sticker on it. So I have an original US, and then now I have this picture disc. So that was nice, nice to add to the collection. And then a beautiful, just absolutely gorgeous copy of Motley Crue, Shout at the Devil. And this is weird. Maybe you guys can help me with this. I've looked all through Discogs trying to log this. As you can see, no barcode on the back. This is manufactured by Columbia House under license. It says that down here in the fine print, manufactured by Columbia House. The difference is, and the reason I'm having such a hard time finding it, is it does have the embossed 5-pointed star on there. So I don't know if this is just not, I mean, I'm sure it's not too rare, but it's not on Discogs. All the ones that are Columbia House releases don't have the embossed star on them. So if you guys can help me with that, that would be great. Some Ozzy, a beautiful, all this Ozzy stuff is beautiful. An absolutely gorgeous copy of Bark at the Moon, first pressing with the UPC. So this is a first US pressing in shrink. Very nice. Glad to add that. Definite upgrade. Ultimate Sin, same way. It has all the stuff, all the inserts and everything on there. Really, how cool would it be to be able to get this stuff again, especially for that price, huh? So, and again, that is in shrink, an original US copy. This one is not in shrink, and it is, yeah, there we go. original U.S. copy, retail. Randy Rhoads, Ozzy tribute from 1987, I believe. Great album, getting so hard to find. Glad to have it. Speaking of hard to find, Ozzy, No More Tears. You guys know this. This album speaks for itself. Just an absolutely fantastic condition album. And this is a it's not a Columbia House or BMG. It's actually a retail. Gorgeous. I was blown away to be able to add this one. I had a copy, or still have a copy, but one is a record club. It may actually be a European. I have to double check, but it's nice to have this U.S. pressing in the collection. Another beautiful pressing there, Rat, Dancing Undercover. So a lot of these are going to be upgrades. This one I did not have in the collection. As you guys know, if you follow my videos, you know I've just recently gotten into Wasp, and this is The Last Command. I do have a nice Japanese pressing of this, but it's great to have a American counterpart, and this is a Columbia House release right here. Beautiful, absolutely beautiful pressing of The Wall. I mean, just gorgeous all the way around. And to find it, you know, I've got several copies of this, but to find it actually with the paper insert was really nice. I mean, I was blown away to open that up and see that still there in great condition. Nice. Very stoked to have that. Aerosmith's Greatest Hits. Just usually you see this, it's beat up. So it was nice to have a nice, really clean retail copy, U.S. pressing. Aerosmith Classics Live, another one that I have seen several times, and I don't even have this in the collection because every time I see it, it's just beat to snot. So glad to have this one in the shrink, just a gorgeous copy. One that is getting harder and harder to find, and you know the kids actually coming into the vinyl, or the vinyls as the kids call it. Journey's Greatest Hits. This is an original. Retail with the barcode on it. Yeah, it's a good one. In the shrink, nice, beautiful copy. Always love seeing nice, clean copies of the self-titled Boston album in the shrink. Just really, really nice. Stoked to have that. You know, I've obviously got a couple copies of that, but it's always nice to have nice ones. This is another one, Elton John's Greatest Hits in the shrink. This is I believe this is a CRC. It's, even though, you know what, so it says CRC here, but it still has a UPC on it. I don't know, maybe some of them did, but this is definitely a Columbia Record Club. This one was very, very cool. This is a Columbia House as well in the shrink, but it's not the die cut cover. You normally, you know, you got a die cut cover with the inner sleeve has the jukebox strips with the titles. This one does not. There's no die cut cover, so I don't know. I couldn't find that one on. I've seen the non-die cut covers, but they actually have the titles strips printed on the cover. This one does not, so I could not find that one to inventory that into Discogs either. So if anybody knows any info on that, let me know. Jim Croce, Photographs and Memories, his greatest hits. Love, absolutely love me some Jim Croce. Kansas, Best Of. Again, another one that I've had several times, and I may actually have a nice copy in there, but this is a nice one in the shrink. Just gorgeous. Glad to have it. Then we get to some picture discs, some really, really cool original OG picture discs. Iron Maiden, Peace of Mind. Very, very cool. Can I Play with Madness? The sticker, actually, there was a sticker on here that would say, you know, I have the Iron Maiden logo and Can I Play with Madness, but it is long since gone and fallen off of here. I actually have another copy of that, so I may be able to, I'm either going to give it to a friend or trade it. Black Sabbath, Greatest Hits on picture disc. Nice little photo of Ozzy. I believe that's the same photo that is in Volume 4 on the inner gatefold. Michael Schenker Group. This is the Assault Attack. Yeah, Assault Attack. There we go. Love this silhouette on the back. That's kind of cool. Really cool. Not a very valuable picture disc, but super nice. Most picture discs aren't. You know, those Maiden ones are, but this one's not. Sticks. What do you have here? This is Pieces of 8. Yeah, Pieces of 8. They say limited edition collector's copy, but probably millions of these things made. Who knows? And I love the sticker here. It says, this is a numbered limited edition collector's record of the Styx Pieces of 8 album. These records do not have the sound quality equal to conventional records. There you have it. Duh, but it's still cool. Very nice to have. Great album too. This one was a really nice one. I had one of these before, but it was kind of banged up. The jacket and sleeve was banged up. So Beatles picture disc, Sgt. Pepper from you know, limited edition, Capitol Records pressing from probably the mid '80s, I would say. Really, really cool. I don't know if it has a list says 1978 on the back of it, so there we go. Nice. It's got a little bit of value to it. Nice to have that. And then here, so that's everything that I decided I was going to keep. And then here's just a couple things that I decided are going to be up for grabs. So if anybody's interested in this Steve Harris Iron Maiden interview disc, little picture disc, let me know. It's got a picture of Bruce and Steve on the back. Be interested in, you know, trading, whatever. Jimi Hendrix, Mr. Pitiful picture disc. It's got quite a few things on the back. You know, there's the track list. And obviously, it's probably going to sound like garbage, but there you go. And then these were just a couple of the other things that I'm going to trade to the store. So just standard stuff, some Pink Floyd, some Hotel California, some Phil Collins, more Phil Collins, Whitesnake, Commodores, Saturday Night Fever, and Purple Rain. No poster inside the Purple Rain, and it's kind of just, you know, VG quality. But that's it. That is my rock and metal collection that I picked up here just within the last week or so. So I hope you guys enjoyed that. Know that they're still out there. You know, I see some of you guys landed some really, really killer collections as well. It's been a long time, and I'm talking a long time since I've landed a collection like this. So just keep looking. You know, let everybody know they're still out there. So guys, as always, thanks for tuning in. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Take care. Till next time. Peace.